The one thing that I'm looking at too over the next couple of weeks, as the NFL will release its schedule, is obviously some teams and how do we feel about them this year? Where last year, remember the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson, remember how they maxed out on primetime games? And then you have Lamar Jackson, who was injured down the stretch last year. And so we were forced to watch some Raven games without. So for me, I'm just saying the Ravens now, they got the deal done with Lamar Jackson. He is now fully healthy, we think, from the injury that sidelined him the final part of last season. With that deal being done, and he's having a press conference right now, Charles, one thing I want to ask is, have we seen the end of guys representing themselves in terms of the big position like quarterback, or was this just a one-off? Is this over with? Will we see this again down in the future?
I mean, I'd say yes, except let's be real. I mean, he did a good job.
He did.
I was very critical of. I understood at times the need for an agent, especially when he told the Ravens he wanted to be traded. You really need to have an agent at that point because they're working behind the scenes. They're talking to other NFL owners about, would you be willing to sign him to this kind of a contract? Let me tell you what kind of guy Lamar is, why you should invest in him, all these different things. But in a way, he did have an agent. Nicole Lynn at Clutch was his agent. I mean, she did the Jalen Hurts deal. And then, Lamar was able to the Ravens were able to re-engage and say, is that a deal you'd be interested in? And, we'll move the numbers a little north to make sure that you're at the top of the heap. And so, he played as patient as he could. I think it all worked out. That's the one thing about Lamar, I have to admit, is that every time he has decided, I'm going to do it my own way, I'm going to bet on myself. In college, I'm going to play quarterback. I don't care what you think. You're not going to move me to wide receiver. You're not going to move me to any other position. This is what I am. I'm a quarterback. He became a great quarterback, right? In the NFL draft, you had some people who suggested, well, maybe he should, showcase his wares at wide receiver just to let teams see what else he can do. Nope. I'm going to be a quarterback. Guess what? I'm not going to run the 40. Here are the things I'm not going to do. I'm going to have my own quarterbacks coach, not going to have an agent. He made it into the first round, which is a tough road to hoe in the situation that he was in. And then he played this all the way out, and now he's the highest paid player in the NFL. At some point, you just shrug and you go, you know what, man, like, I tip my hat to you. You got control of yourself. You're patient. You bet on yourself over and over. You win over and over. I think if players have that kind of talent and I guess that kind of like just honestly courage and will, you can win, but you got to have that kind of talent. Let's not kid ourselves. It's like Roquan Smith did his own deal too, right?
Right.
But where's Roquan Smith? He's one of the best linebackers in the game. I mean, you got to have that kind of talent to be able to pull it off.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.